Welcome to Just Gist TV. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any update as we break down the biggest stories shaking the entertainment space. Just when many people thought the Sonia Uche situation had finally started cooling down, the drama has taken yet another turn, and this time, fans are openly admitting they are overwhelmed. What was once curiosity has slowly transformed into frustration as the Maurice, Brian Okwara, and Sonia Uche triangle continues to dominate timelines with no clear resolution in sight. At the center of this storm is Sonia Uche, an actress who has found herself repeatedly dragged into narratives she never directly confirmed, yet cannot escape. Every move she makes, every silence, every appearance, and every social media activity is now being filtered through the lens of two men, Maurice and Brian Okwara, and fans are beginning to ask whether this storyline has crossed the line from entertainment into emotional exhaustion. For weeks, Maurice and Brian Okwara have been treated like opposing sides of an unresolved battle. Fans have framed it as a face-off, even though neither man has openly declared war on the other. Still, the tension feels real enough online. Subtle posts, indirect comments, strategic silences, and resurfaced videos have kept the narrative alive, feeding speculation and keeping audiences hooked, and now, worn out. Many fans admit they initially enjoyed the unfolding drama. The mystery, the speculation, the guessing game, it felt engaging. People debated who Sonia truly favored, who treated her better, and who deserved her attention. But as the weeks turned into months, enthusiasm began to turn into fatigue. Critics now say the situation feels repetitive, unresolved, and emotionally manipulative, even if unintentionally so. One of the biggest points of contention is Maurice's continued presence in the narrative. Every time his name trends alongside Sonia Uche's, old wounds seem to reopen. Fans still remember the previous rumors, the alleged mixed signals, and the back and forth that never truly received closure. So when Maurice appears again, even indirectly, it reignites conversations many people feel should have been settled long ago. On the other hand, Brian Okwara's involvement has added another layer of complexity. Some fans view him as a calm contrast to the chaos, while others believe his silence and selective reactions only deepen the mystery. His recent appearances, body language, and subtle responses have been heavily scrutinized. Critics argue that even silence can be loud, especially in a situation where clarity is desperately needed. The result is a triangle that feels emotionally loaded but directionless. Online spaces have become battlegrounds. Comment sections are flooded with debates, accusations, and defenses. Some fans accuse Maurice of refusing to know his place, while others believe Brian Okwara's silence is strategic and calculated. Meanwhile, a growing group of viewers is questioning Sonia Uche's role in all this, not out of blame, but confusion. Why hasn't there been a clear boundary drawn? Why does the narrative keep resurfacing? Supporters of Sonia Uche argue that she owes no one an explanation. They insist that her life, career, and relationship should not be dictated by online pressure. According to them, the constant demand for clarity is unfair, intrusive, and emotionally draining. They believe Sonia is simply trying to live her life while being unwillingly pulled into narratives fueled by fans and critics alike. Critics, however, see things differently. They argue that public figures inevitably invite public scrutiny, especially when personal lives repeatedly intersect with public platforms. To them, the ongoing triangle feels like a loop, one that benefits visibility but costs emotional peace. Some even accuse the situation of being unintentionally sustained by ambiguity, whether through silence, resurfaced content, or indirect engagement. This is where frustration peaks. Many fans now say they feel manipulated, not by any single individual, but by the cycle itself. Every time people think the story has ended, something new appears, a video resurfaces, a comment goes viral, a subtle gesture is analyzed. And just like that, the saga restarts. Critics are now asking whether anyone involved truly wants closure, or whether the attention has become too valuable to let go. What makes this situation especially overwhelming is the emotional investment fans have already poured into it. People have chosen sides. They've defended, attacked, argued, and debated endlessly. To suddenly realize that there may be no clear resolution feels draining. Some viewers admit they are tired of caring, yet find themselves unable to look away. Maurice's fans believe he is constantly misinterpreted. They argue that he is unfairly vilified for situations he never fully explained, and that every move he makes is twisted into something negative. According to them, the internet has already decided his role in the story and refuses to let him exist outside it. Brian Okwara's supporters, on the other hand, believe he represents stability and maturity. They view him as someone who avoids unnecessary drama and handles situations with restraint. However, even this perception is now being challenged. Critics are beginning to question whether silence is truly maturity or simply avoidance. And then there is Sonia Uche, caught in the middle. Many fans now sympathize deeply with her. They argue that being the focal point of a never-ending triangle must be exhausting. Every achievement she makes professionally is overshadowed by questions about her personal life. Every public appearance becomes a potential clue. Some fans are now urging her to step back entirely, set firm boundaries, and reclaim her narrative. Others, however, feel that the continued overlap of names and situations makes it difficult to believe the drama is entirely external. They argue that while Sonia may not be intentionally fueling the saga, her unwillingness to address it directly allows speculation to thrive. This divide has caused tension even among fans themselves. Comment sections are no longer just about the actors, they are about the fans arguing with each other. Some accuse others of entitlement, while some accuse defenders of blind loyalty. The joy of entertainment has been replaced by irritation, confusion, and emotional burnout. Critics are now openly saying the triangle has become too much. They complain that it dominates conversations unnecessarily, drowning out other stories and achievements. They argue that what once felt like organic drama now feels forced by repetition. Some fans have even threatened to disengage entirely if the narrative continues without clarity. And yet, despite the complaints, the story keeps trending. That's the paradox. People say they are tired, but they still watch. They complain, but they still comment. They express frustration, yet continue to participate. This cycle is exactly why the saga refuses to die, because even exhaustion fuels engagement. As of now, there is no confirmed resolution. No public statement ending speculation. No definitive boundary drawn. Just ongoing tension, resurfaced moments, and a fan base split between curiosity and fatigue. The big question now is not who Sonia Uche will choose, but whether this triangle will ever truly end. Will Maurice finally distance himself from the narrative? Will Brian Okwara speak openly and clarify his stance? Or will Sonia Uche eventually address the situation directly and put the speculation to rest? Until then, fans are left navigating an emotional loop, one that many now say has overstayed its welcome. And so we ask you, are you still invested in this saga, or are you tired of the back and forth? Do you think this triangle is being unintentionally sustained, or is it simply the price of public life? Should the conversation finally end, or does the public deserve clarity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This is Just Gist TV, and we'll keep bringing you the stories everyone's talking about, even when the conversation gets overwhelming.